Welcome to Drunk Bible Study. This show's mission is to read every single word of the greatest story ever told. A warning to our listeners, the hosts of this show are sinners, but they're doing their best. There will be drinking and there may be some swears. They did say they'd try to keep it clean, but I wouldn't put my money on it.
I'm Emily, and this is Drunk Bible Study, where my good friends Dedeker and Jace teach me, a born and raised atheist, all about the Bible. Hello, everyone. It is yet again the end of another book. We have reached the finale of Nehemiah, and that means a quiz.
Yeah, I feel like we had a while there where we were just like knocking them out of the park, all these little short books. So we were finishing in like an episode or 2 episodes, and now this one's stretched to 4 episodes. And I think I've gotten addicted to the high of accomplishment, of finishing a book, of closing the book on a book, as it were.
Isn't that about to be over, though? Because we're about to start a really, really, really long book.
Oh, you had to remind us.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to set you up, Dedeker. I want you to know in your heart.
I would recommend everybody finding some other thing in your life that can give you that feeling of finishing something and accomplishing something for the next few months.
It's a good idea.
Because you're not going to get it here. That's for sure.
It's a good idea.
Because next week...
But what are they going to get here?
Some laughs.
Well, next week,
I hope.
we're going to get Chronicles.
Ooh.
Isn't it written in the book of the Chronicles of the Bible?
I think so.
Something.
Yeah.
But they are
Apparently everything is.
Maybe we could build in some little mini games or something along the way to try to give more of that feeling of accomplishment as we go.
Yeah.
We'll have to think about that. If anyone has ideas, send it in the Facebook group, maybe in Drunk Bible Study Fans and Fellowship, or
like you're trying to find a way to
post it in the
gamify Chronicles.
It kind of break it up. Yeah, put sort of games throughout, every few chapters or something, so that we have a sense of we're not just slogging through it like we did with like 1st and 2nd Kings.
Well, I mean, I thought the whole game of this podcast was just drinking. That's
it is.
Well,
that's how we gamify the Bible.
That's true.
That is true.
I think, my real life scenarios of seeing people doing things, like talking about the Bible in ways that you all said that they might. Like, for example, saying like, oh, this thing from the Old Testament actually is about Jesus or someone.
Christians love that.
Yeah.
Yes, because that happened to me recently, where there was a video of us doing our tree lighting ceremony up on the internet, and somebody had put like an Isaiah quote with it. And it was really random to me because I'm like, okay, what is that about? But then my friend who's in my quartet was like, oh, it's about Jesus. And I'm like, but is it?
You're like, no.
I know, but I know that a lot of people who are Christian would say that it is, but it definitely was just kind of a random quote that was from Isaiah that I think Christians attribute to Jesus. And you all said that that's a thing that many people would do. And now it has happened to me, and I've seen it.
And there it is.
It's happened, and it's not going to quit.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
No.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, it was funny that particular quote from Isaiah, we were looking into it when you sent us that message. And it's like, is it one of the later Hebrew kings? Was it actually a previous king they were talking about? Was it one of these kings that would come and free them later? There's a lot of different people that it could have been, but it wasn't until, many hundreds of years later when people were like, oh no, this guy. That's who it was.
But it talks about like the government and stuff in that quote, and the government, Jesus had nothing to do with the government.
Right. Yeah.
He's kind of like
Jace
anti-government.
Jace found that essay written by some righteously angry Jew. Who was just like, Christians do not understand this passage. They don't understand Hebrew. They don't understand names. They don't understand Hebrew names. Jesus was never involved with the government. What the hell are these people on?
Right.
Yeah, it was interesting. Very, very interesting. So, anyways, I just like had a real life drunk Bible study moment where all of the things that I'm learning here are applicable to the real world.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're really growing as a person and developing some important life skills is what you're saying. Good.
exactly. Well, I know at least like what people are talking about.
We also said last time that Emily would start giving sermons. So, we're on our way.
Someday soon.
Let's not go that far, everyone. Okay. Alrighty. What are you two drinking today on this morning?
Well, I'm fortunate to, be in the land of the rising sun where there is a big burgeoning market for low alcohol and no alcohol drinks, because I did not sleep great last night. If I actually drank some alcohol this morning, I would not make it through the rest of this podcast. So I'm having a yuzu chuhai.
Oh, yeah. Your favorite.
But it doesn't have any alcohol in it. So it's probably technically just a soda, but it does advertise as a soda that will not make you drunk. It says Yoanai on the front of it. So it's actually it's quite refreshing and lovely.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And I'm double fisting over here. So in one hand, I have a horoyoi, which is a particular brand of chuhais. So of these kind of sweet, delicious alcoholic drinks, but that are lower alcohol. So horoyoi means like lightly drunk or buzzed. Is the name of it. So it says it right on the tin. This is 3%, so not too bad for 9:30 in the morning. And then in the other hand, I have some coffee in this mug that says Merry and Bright because it's the holiday season and whoop-dee-doo and whoop-dee-da.
And Santa Claus.
And you needed that coffee to be merry and bright this morning.
Yes, for sure.
Exactly.
What about you, Em?
Yeah, so now everyone, we are in different places, sadly. I'm still in Hong Kong, but Jason Dedeker have moved on to Japan. That's why they have all these Japanese drinks. I still have my, not American drinks, Hong Kong drinks, which you actually gave me. Thank you for that. This is the Earth People Dry Hopped Lager by Carbon Brews. It's very good. And I've been a little under the weather, so my double fist is, this is some, I think a tea, the Chinese herbal medicine tea.
Oh, nice.
Which is great.
Nice.
It's actually been really life-saving.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, I've been pretty under the weather this week, so I've been appreciating that a lot.
Well, hopefully, between the beer and the Chinese herbal tea and the Bible. We'll get you fixed right up.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. It's good. This is the most I've talked in a while. I sound kind of like a bass today, but that's okay. I don't actually have to sing today, so that's nice.
Great.
I'm going to go watch some shows after this, go to work, but I don't have to sing.
So you can use all your voice points on reading the Bible today.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Love that. So we expect you to give it your all for the next hour, Emily.
Gosh, I will do what I can, okay? I will.
All right. And today we're continuing on with everyone's favorite boy, Nehemiah. Today we're reading Nehemiah chapters 11 to 13, the end. We're finishing Nehemiah today. And then also Proverbs 3, 1 through 12. As we get started, we want to remind everyone to read responsibly and drink responsibly.
You can drink along with us, or you can listen while you're in the car.
But please do not do both at the same time.
And with that, it is time for Nehemiah chapter 11. Of the people lived in Jerusalem. The rest of the people also cast lots to bring 1 of 10 to dwell in Jerusalem, the holy city, and 9 parts in the other cities. Interesting.
Huh.
Okay. What does that even mean?
Okay, so
only a tenth of the people got to actually live in the city.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's like they rebuilt this wall around Jerusalem, and then all the princes were like, yep, we're going to live here. But everyone else, you cast lots,
sucks
and 1 out of 10 of you get to come live here.
Wow.
Or maybe have to live here. I don't know if living there was good yet.
This town's not big enough for, the 10 of us. So only a tenth of us.
Right.
Goodness.
Yeah, but that's the question. Is it like, yes, I'm the 1 in 10? Or is it like, man, I've got to live in this destroyed city that we're all trying to clean up all the time? I don't know. I don't know what's worse.
I don't know. Yeah.
The people blessed all the men who willingly offered themselves to dwell in Jerusalem. Oh, well, okay. Sounds like not a great deal then.
Interesting.
Who willingly offered themselves. They blessed those people.
Yeah.
Now, these are the chiefs of the province who lived in Jerusalem, but in the cities of Judah lived everyone in his possession in their cities. To wit, Israel, the priests and the Levites, and the Nethinim and the children of Solomon's servants. In Jerusalem lived certain of the children of Judah and of the children of Benjamin. Of the children of Judah, oh boy, here we go. I need a drink.
Okay, this book, for Nehemiah being a badass, for being a total BAMF, played by Viggo Mortensen, who gets shit done, this is also a lot of lists. I gotta demote them.
It's
some demerit points
lists.
For sure by having all these lists of names.
Now I'm worried about the quiz. Is it going to be like on page 70, what name was in chapter 6, verse 5?
Yeah, entirely possible.
We can do this. We're so close to finishing this book. We can do this.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Speed run. Just keep drinking your drinks while I do this.
Okay.
Of the children of Judah, Athiah, the son of Uzziah, the son of Zechariah, the son of Amariah, the son of Shephatiah, the son of Malahalel, and the children of Perez Hilton. And Maaseiah, the son of Baruch, the son of Kolhoseh, the son of Haziah, the son of Adiah, the son of Joyarib, the son of Jechariah, the son of Shilonite. It's a precious stone, I think.
Yeah, I've heard it. It's really romantic to give your loved one a Shilonite engagement
it's my
set.
birthstone.
Really?
Shilonite. Verse 6. All the sons of Perez Hilton, who lived in Jerusalem, were 468 valiant men.
Ooh, okay. We're clarifying.
okay.
They're brave
Lovely.
boys, not just normal boys. I love that.
Right. Yeah, okay. These are the sons of Benjamin. Salu, the son of Meshullam, the son of Joed, the son of Pedaiah, the son of Kolaiah, the son of Maaseiah, the son of Ithiel. That's definitely a character from Lord of the Rings. Ithiel, the son of Jeshiah. After him, Gabai, Salai, 928.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah, no qualifiers for these people. Whether they're valiant or not,
that's interesting. Perez's sons were really awesome.
Joel, the son of Zikri, was their overseer. And Judah, the son of Hasanua, was second over the city. I guess maybe those were part of that family. So like the city overseer and the second over the city were part of this family, the Benjamites, I guess. Okay, next category. Of the priests, Jediah, the son of Joyarib, Jachin, Sariah, the son of Hilkiah, the son of Meshullam, the son of Zadok, the son of Marioth, the son of Ahitub, the ruler of the house of God.
The ruler of the house. That's a good title.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the priest?
Yeah, I guess so. Or maybe like the manager?
The manager of the temple.
Yeah.
Got it.
I guess he was of the priestly class. So yeah, maybe he's head priest. Must
Temple
be.
manager. Temple middle
Yeah.
manager.
Oh.
And their brothers who did the work of the house, 822. And Adiah, the son of Jeroham, the son of Pelaliah, the son of Amzi, the son of Zechariah, the son of Pashur, the son of Malkijah, and his brothers, chiefs of fathers' houses, 242. And Amashai, the son of Azarel, the son of Ahazai, the son of Meshillemoth, the son of Immer, and their brothers, mighty men of valor. Okay, good.
Oh.
Ooh,
Mighty
okay.
men of
So
valor.
we bookend it with some brave boys.
More men.
128. And their overseer was Zabdiel, the son of Hegedolim. Period. Okay, next section. So those are the priests. And now this says of the Levites, which are somehow different from the priests. Maybe these are the Levites that are not working.
Yeah, I was like, aren't they also priests?
Yeah. Maybe the ones not working actively.
I feel like we've lost the plot many times on the relationship between the priests and the Levites and people sending their kids to be in the temple but not being the Levites. And we may need to do a refresher on that.
Okay.
Right.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah.
I think the priests all still have to be Levites, but maybe not all Levites are priests. So it's like Levites are to rectangles as priests are to squares.
Got it. Okay.
That's it. It makes total sense.
Got
There's
it.
your SAT question about the Bible. Your BSATs is what I call
Good
that.
God. I hope no one ever has to take an SAT about the Bible. They must do that in seminary school, right?
Really?
some kind of standardized testing about biblical knowledge.
Standardized?
I don't know. I'd believe it.
Emily is freaking out about this.
Well, gosh, that's nuts. Yeah, no, I mean, well, it's all like so interpretive. Like, who the heck knows what they're saying? But I'm sure that they could say, like, yeah, on this page, what does this verse say?
I don't think anyone is citing page numbers.
Yeah,
because there's just too much variation.
Okay, not page numbers, but this, yeah, but you know what I mean.
Like verse number.
Yeah, verse number, chapter number, all that stuff.
Yeah. No, I remember when I was a kid, my grandpa had a little like kit of flashcards of various Bible verses where one side would be like the book name, chapter and verse, and then on the other side would be the verse.
Didn't you call that sword drills?
So the sword drills, aren't they about just finding them in the Bible? Like flipping to it real quick?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Sword drill is how quickly can you locate the verse.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Like how quickly can you draw your sword, as it were?
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, this is just about memorizing Bible verses, which is another popular thing to do. But anyway, my grandpa had those, and then I thought they were really cool. So he gave them to me, and I failed to memorize any of them.
Do you still have them?
Gosh, I've moved so many times since then. I don't know.
Not in our house.
Not in this house.
That's for me and my house. We do not have Bible verse flashcards. Let me just put my foot down on that one.
Yeah.
It's possible they're still like at my mom's house or my stepdad's house or something.
Wow.
But I don't know. Okay, continuing on. Now, of the Levites who may or may not also be priests, Shemaiah, the son of Hashub, the son of Azrikam, the son of Hashabiah, the son of Bunni, and Shabbatai and Jozabad, of the chiefs of the Levites who had the oversight of the outward business of the house of God.
Oh, okay. So they're like the groundskeepers, maybe, or maybe they're the HOA for the temple.
Oh, gosh.
Maybe the ushers.
You have to pay the dues to them.
Right.
Got to make sure the lawn is clipped just so.
And Mattaniah, the son of Micah, the son of Zabdi, the son of Asaph, who was chief to begin the thanksgiving in prayer. That's a cool title. I'm the chief to begin the thanksgiving in prayer. And then Hakbukiah, the second among his brothers, and Adbah, the son of Shamua, the son of Shamu, the whale, the son of Galal, the son of Jeduthun. All the Levites in the holy city were 284. Moreover, the porters, Akub, Talmon, and their brothers who kept watch at the gates were 172. The residue of Israel, of the priests, the Levites, were all in the city of Judah, everyone in his inheritance. But the Nethinim lived in Ophel, and Ziha and Gishpa were over the Nethinim. So the Nethinim, we learned, were the groundskeepers, actually, I think.
Yeah, they were sort of the grunt work people for the temple.
Right. Okay, so they kind of lived in a suburb, it sounds like. The overseer, also of the Levites at Jerusalem, was Utzi, the son of Bani, the son of Hashabiah, the son of Mattaniah, the son of Micah, the sons of Asaph, the singers over the business of the house of God. For there was a commandment from the king concerning them, and a settled provision for the singers as every day required. Pethaniah, the son of Meshezabel, of the children of Zerah, the son of Judah, was at the king's hand in all manners concerning the people. So I guess we've positioned someone on the right hand of the king again, because that used to be...
Yeah, someone who was not Nehemiah, not the cupbearer.
Right. So we got to get someone else in there to be our...
I guess he never came back from that long vacation that he said he was going to come back from.
Yeah, Nehemiah hasn't really made an appearance actually in a while, unless he's just simply writing all this down still.
Yeah.
No, but we think maybe Ezra's the one actually writing it down. They're a little bit of a dream team.
Because he's the scribe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, I wonder. As for the villages, with their fields, some of the children of Judah lived in Kiriath Arba and the towns of it, and in Dibon and the towns of it, and in Jekabziel and the villages of it, and in Jeshua, and in Moladah, and Beth Pelet, and Hazar Shual, and Beersheba, and the towns of it. Oh,
these
and
are all the commuter
in
towns.
Ziklag, yeah, and in Ziklag, and Mechonah, and the towns of it, and in En-Rimmon, and in Zorah, and in Jarmuth, Zanoah, Adulam, and their villages, Lachish, and the fields of it. It doesn't even have villages in that one.
Just fields.
Azekah and the towns of it. So they encamped from Beersheba to the valley of Hinnom. The children of Benjamin also lived from Geba onward at Mishmash, at Ijah, and at Bethel and the towns of it, at Anathoth, Nob, Ananiah, Hazor, Ramah, Gittaim, Hadid, Zeboim, Nebalat, Lod, and Yoko Ono, the Valley of Craftsmen.
Yoko Ono.
Just Ono. Of the Levites, certain divisions in Judah were joined to Benjamin. The end. Great story.
That was scintillating, Jace. Thank you so much for taking us through that.
Dedeker, you're going to even have to do some more of that.
You're welcome,
your next
because I tried to front load more of this onto me and Jay so it wouldn't end up on you.
I appreciate that.
Okay, good.
Especially in my weakened state.
Yes, that's what I figured. Just want to take care of you and your heart and your weakened state.
My weakened heart.
Yeah, people in the chat is drunk phone book reading. It's true. It's sort of like drunk census reading, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like part census, part phone book. I like that. I mean, I don't like it, but
no one likes it.
Can I just ask, like, in a, I don't know, NIV Bible, like, would this come near the end of the Old Testament? Like, are we reaching, like, this book?
Oh, like where this book ends up.
The order?
Let me
falls.
Tell you. So no, actually. In the Christian order of the books, we do our, the Pentateuch starts at the beginning. So Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy.
Sure.
Then we do Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings. Pretty similar to what we did.
All of this. Oh my God.
We did that. And then they would go straight from 1st and 2nd Kings into retelling the same story again in 1st and 2nd Chronicles, which is when we decided to pivot to doing the Jewish order of the books.
Yeah.
So then in the Christian order, you would actually go straight on from Chronicles right into Ezra, Nehemiah.
Oh.
And then we would do Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi. So we would actually end with the minor prophets.
Got it. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So very different order.
Yeah, very different. That's so interesting. Because I feel like we've read so much, but then we still have so much to go.
But we have. We've read
a ton.
Almost all of the Old Testament, which is not nothing.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Let's be proud of our accomplishments.
I don't think most people make it through all of the Old Testament. So
no, very few people do, I think.
It's not a small thing. I'm going to keep rolling that ball.
Let's do it.
This Sisyphean task. Rolling the ball up the hill. With, what's this book? Nehemiah, chapter 12. Okay.
What are we doing?
Now, these are the priests and the Levites who went up with Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, and Jeshua, Sariah, Jeremiah, Ezra, Amariah, Maluch, Hattush, Shechaniah, Rehum, Meremoth, Iddo, Ginnethoi, Abijah, Mijamin, Madiah, Bilgah, Shemaiah, and Joyarib, Jediah. Okay, we put 2 at the end of the terminal conjunction there for some reason. Oh, it keeps going. Salu. Okay, there was a period there. And then Salu, Amok, Hilkiah, Jediah. Another period.
They're not even like saying who these people are. They're just writing down names at this point. They're like, whatever, just get them in there. I don't care. Just get them in there.
Even they got bored.
These were the chiefs of the priests and of their brothers in the days of Jeshua. Moreover, the Levites, Jeshua, Binui, Kadmiel, Sherebiah, Judah, and Mattaniah, who was over the Thanksgiving, he and his brothers. He was over Thanksgiving. Aren't we all?
Yeah.
All these people, my goodness. Also, Bakbukia and Uno, their brothers, were over against them according to their offices. Jeshua became the father of Joachim, and Joachim became the father of Eliashib, and Eliashib became the father of Joiada, and Joiada became the father of Jonathan, and Jonathan became the father of Jaddua. I was a little worried we were going to just loop back around and someone was going to be their own great-great-grandfather.
Whoa.
Right. Well, because probably the aliens came and gave them time travel, so it's possible, you know?
Oh.
Yes,
yeah.
so it's quite possible. In the days of Joachim were priests, heads of fathers' houses, of Sariah, Moriah, of Jeremiah, Hananiah, of Ezra, Meshullam, of Amariah, Jehohanan, of Malukai, Jonathan, of Shebaniah, Joseph, of Harim, Adna, of Mariathoth, Helkai, of Edo, Zachari, of Ginnethon, Meshullam, of Abijah, Zikri, of Miniamin, of Moadiah. Okay. I'm regretting having a non-alcohol drink right now.
See, that occurred. See.
Pill time.
I wasn't going to deprive myself of that today.
Of Bilgah, Shemua, of Shemaiah, Jehonathan, and of Joyarib, Mattanai,
Jonathan?
of
Jehonathan?
Jediah, Uzi, of Salai, Kalai, of Amok, Eber, of Hilkiah, Hashabiah, of Jediah, Nethanel. As for the Levites, in the days of Eliashib, Joiada, and Johanan, and Jaddua, there were recorded the heads of fathers' houses, also the priests, in the reign of Darius the Persian. The sons of Levi, heads of fathers' houses, were written in the book of the Chronicles. Aha! Even until the days of Johanan, the son of Eliashib.
Oh.
Here we go again. The chiefs of the Levites, Hashabiah, Sherebiah, and Jeshua, the son of Kadmiel, with their brothers over against them, to praise and give thanks, according to the commandment of David, the man of God. Watch next to watch. Synchronize your watches.
Yeah, like, wait, what does that mean?
I'm guessing like they had a continuous, everyone was on watch with praising. Like the praising and worshiping of God just never ceased. Someone always was doing it.
Someone was always praising.
Cool.
Someone was always praising.
Was there,
watch next to watch.
That's nice.
Was there just a little shout out here to Chronicles?
Yeah.
Maybe.
And I just want to say, if all of these things don't happen in Chronicles, I'm going to be very disappointed. All of those things that they said will happen. No, I know. Apparently, that's like none of it's going to happen, but whatever. Don't worry about it.
Mattaniah and Bakbukia, Obadiah, Meshullam,
Bakbukia.
Talmon, Akub were porters keeping the watch at the storehouses of the gates. These were in the days of Joachim, the son of Jeshua, the son of Jozadak, and in the days of Nehemiah the governor, and of Ezra the priest, the scribe.
Oh.
There he is. There they
The
are.
governor.
Yes. We did learn that last time he became a governor.
Oh, good for
No more a
him.
cupbearer. Really moving up in this world.
Seriously.
Hey, we get actual story now.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is
That'd be nice.
some story, maybe. Oh, you'll still have some more names, but a little bit of story.
At the dedication of the wall of Jerusalem, they sought the Levites out of all their places, to bring them to Jerusalem, to give the dedication with gladness, both with giving thanks, and with singing, with cymbals, psalteries, and with harps. The sons of the singers gathered themselves together, both out of the plain round about Jerusalem, and from the villages of the Netophathites, also from Beth Gilgal, and out of the fields of Geba and Asmaveth. For the singers had built them villages round about Jerusalem. So many singers, they're building whole villages of singers. What is that life
Singers
like?
for singing.
Uh-huh. The priests and the Levites purified themselves, and they purified the people, and the gates, and the wall. Then we're in first person again.
Oh,
Cool.
Wow.
now again, is this Nehemiah, not Ezra?
Yeah, this is Nehemiah. Yeah.
I'm just going to assume that it is.
Okay.
Just going to assume.
Okay.
Then I brought up the princes of Judah on the wall and appointed 2 great companies who gave thanks and went in procession. One went on the right hand on the wall toward the dung gate, and after them went Hoshea and half of the princes of Judah, and Azariah, Ezra, and Meshullam, Judah and Benjamin, and Shemaiah and Jeremiah, and certain of the priests' sons with trumpets, Zechariah, the son of Jonathan, the son of Shemaiah, the son of Mattaniah, the son of Micaiah, the son of Zakur, the son of Asaph, and his brothers Shemaiah and Azarel, Milalai, Gilalai, those 2, his name was just
What?
my Nethanel and Judah, Hanani, with the musical instruments of David, the man of God, and Ezra the scribe was before them. This is quite a parade that he's describing.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And I guess Ezra He's also the scribe, but also like I'm imagining him as the band leader, the one with that baton thingy,
Ooh,
going
that's
up and
fun.
down, leading the marching band.
The baton thingy?
The like, what's it called? It's like a
Yeah,
staff
that
thing, but the
thing.
band leader.
Oh,
It's got
okay.
the big
Not
like
like
pommel
a
thing on the end.
76 trombones.
Got
Uh-huh.
it. Yes. Okay, that baton thingy. Not like a conductor's
Right.
baton.
Yeah, no, but he's like
Yeah.
serving the role of the conductor, sort of, kind of.
Yeah, but he's got to do it. It's much bigger.
It's a
That's
big
why he has a
staff
bigger
thingy.
stick.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 It just goes up and down. It's what Hugh Jackman does in The Music Man on Broadway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
76
Yeah, got it.
trombones. You got it.
Yeah.
Okay. By the spring gate, and straight before them, they went up by the stairs of the city of David, at the ascent of the wall, above the house of David, even to the water gate eastward. The other company of those who gave thanks went to meet them, and I after them, with the half of the people on the wall, above the tower of the furnaces, even to the broad wall. So maybe he's like sending them along the other way. These two processions are going to meet each other, and it's going to be cool.
Yeah, according to the message, he's calling these, he said, I appointed 2 large choirs.
Oh.
And so one of them, I guess, also had instruments and went around that route we just described. And now we're describing the second large choir that he put together.
Okay.
Oh, that's fun.
It's a big epic
yeah.
sort of surround sound performance,
So they went even to the broad wall and above the gate of Ephraim and by the old gate and by the fish gate and the tower of Hananel and the tower of Hamiah, even to the sheep gate. They stood still in the gate of the guard. So stood the 2 companies of those who gave thanks in the house of God, and I, and the half of the rulers with me, and the priests, Eliakim, Messiah, Miniamin, Micaiah, Elionai, Zechariah, and Hanani, with trumpets, and Masai, and Shemaiah, and Eleazar, and Uzi, and Jehohanan, and Malchijah, and Elam, and Ezer. The singers sang loud with Jezrahiah, their overseer. They offered great sacrifices that day.
Take a moment to really appreciate this cool performance that just happened? So we had these
how do you
choirs.
imagine it, Jace?
So, okay, there's 2 different choirs with instruments who marched like opposite ways around the city. One went by the dung gate, the other went over by the fish gate.
So they're accompanying themselves, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's like choirs and also instruments.
Got trumpets.
Like...
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of imagining, like, remember we watched that movie with David dancing with all his clothes off?
I love that movie.
Richard Gere.
Yeah.
I'm imagining kind of like that, right?
Yes.
You got all your little instruments, your cymbals, and your trumpets and stuff like that. And then you also have singers singing some psalms probably. And then they're kind of going around the city 2 different ways. And so everyone's like, whoa, a thing's happening. This is so cool. And they kind of follow them and then they all meet up.
Yeah.
And then they all like take their place and sing the like a big, hallelujah chorus style, like epic, maybe Verdi's Requiem, some big, right? And it's just like super epic performance.
Totally. Hell yeah.
We'll definitely bring you in for art direction on this scene.
Okay, cool.
Thank goodness.
They offered great sacrifices that day and rejoiced, for God had made them rejoice with great joy. And the women also, and the children rejoiced, so that the joy of Jerusalem was heard even far off.
Wow.
On that day were men appointed over the chambers for the treasures, for the heave offerings, for the first fruits, and for the tithes, to gather into them according to the fields of the cities, the portions appointed by the law for the priests and Levites. For Judah rejoiced for the priests and for the Levites who waited. They kept the charge of their God and the charge of the purification, and so did the singers and the porters according to the commandment of David and of Solomon his son. For in the days of David and Asaph of old, there was a chief of the singers, and songs of praise and thanksgiving to God. All Israel, in the days of Zerubbabel and in the days of Nehemiah, gave the portions of the singers and the porters as every day required. And they set apart that which was for the Levites, and the Levites set apart that which was for the sons of Aaron. The end of chapter 12.
That's nice.
Wow. Love that.
With the portions for the singers, I'm assuming that means that
they get a little bit of
singers
food.
Are being cared for. Yeah, they get a little off the top.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, that's good because they are performing for these people and they, it's like when I've done a performance, like a caroling performance at a person's house and the house is like really nice And they're like, oh, you can have some food. And it's like cookies or something. And that's nice. But really what I want is a tip.
You like really want as a house.
Okay. No, I'm kidding. No, yeah, but really that would be nicer. But I'm sure that these singers appreciated a little bit of food.
I don't want your cookies.
Yeah, it's usually cookies I can't eat because they're not vegan. John Off the Mic is telling us some very sad news in the chat that Chronicles, unfortunately, is going to be kind of boring until chapter 10.
Well, okay, that's a matter of opinion. So yes, with that attitude.
Okay.
But we'll see it when we get there.
I'm hoping it's going to be awesome.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. And you know what? Like I said, we're going to find ways to make it fun.
That's true.
Because that's the whole point of this freaking show.
That's true.
That is our only job.
That's what we do.
Is to try and make this fun.
Yeah.
Secondarily educational, primarily fun.
Yeah.
And on that note, we want to take a quick break to talk about how if you're having fun listening to this show and you want to keep having fun, here's some ways you can help support this show and help us to keep bringing this fun and maybe a tiny bit of learning to all of y'all out there. The best way you can do that is to tell your friends, bring them to the live shows. If you go to drunkbiblestudy.com/live, you can see our schedule for upcoming live shows, as well as links of where to watch that on Twitch. You can also subscribe to us on twitch.tv/drunkbiblestudy. And just tell your friends to listen to the show, too. If you're not able to make it to the live ones, it's super fun just knowing that more people are listening to this. I feel like every week we'll get another message or something of someone saying, I think I'm almost caught up enough on Drunk Bible Study to join the live shows.
Just come.
And that's awesome. But I would also say, don't worry about it. Even if you're not caught up, as long as we're doing a different book, you're probably going to be fine, right? I mean, anyway, you can do both. That's all I'm saying. And if you're able to contribute financially to help us keep doing this show, it really goes a long way, even just a little bit. And you can do that at patreon.com/drunkbiblestudy. And there, for being a parishioner, we have thank yous like early releases of episodes, personal toasts on the show. We'll post drink recipes when we're not all in Asia. And we really appreciate your support on there.
Okay, everyone. Chapter 13, the final chapter of Nehemiah.
Wow.
On that day, they read in the book of Moses in the audience of the people, and therein was found written that an Ammonite and a Moabite should not enter into the assembly of God forever, because they didn't meet the children of Israel with bread and with water, but hired Balaam against them.
It was Balaam. It was Balaam with the donkey. That was the guy with the talking donkey.
Oh, yeah. But hired Balaam against them to curse them. I just don't understand, like, one guy does something, so they're like, you know what, never, they can't ever...
They have a long memory.
Enter into an assembly of God. Yeah, exactly. Seriously.
Well, and also Balaam didn't even do it. Like, they hired Balaam, and because he was a priest or a prophet of Baal or something, and then his donkey talked to him and was like, hey, Yahweh's cool. And then he was like, no, I'm not going to curse him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Very strange to me. Oh, yeah. Well, they say this. So hired Balaam against them to curse them. However, our God turned the curse into a blessing. It came to pass when they had heard the law that they separated from Israel all the mixed multitude.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah, yikes.
This doesn't sound great.
Yeah, hold on.
At first blush.
No, I mean, it's not. But a lot of things in the Bible aren't. So.
I think second blush.
I think second blush also?
Still not great.
Yeah, still not great. One cheek blushes.
Yeah.
Not great. Second cheek blushes. No, still not there.
Yeah. So, I mean, looking at the other translations, it's even more clearly bad. NIV says, when the people heard this law, they excluded from Israel all who were of foreign descent.
Whoa.
And the Message says, when they heard the reading of the revelation, again, of Moses, he does that to confuse us, they excluded all foreigners from Israel. So, it's very clear what the meaning is here.
Yikes.
They love that.
They love that so much.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So now, before this, Eliashib, the priest who was appointed over the chambers of the house of our God, being allied to Tobiah, had prepared for him a great chamber, where before they laid the meal offerings, the frankincense, and the vessels. and the tithes of the grain, the new wine, and the oil, which were given by commandment to the Levites and the singers and the porters and the heave offerings for the priests. But in all this time I was not at Jerusalem, for in the 32nd year of Artaxerxes, king of Babylon, I went to the king, and after certain days asked I leave of the king, and I came to Jerusalem and understood the evil that Eliashib had done for Tobiah, in preparing him a chamber in the courts of the house of God. It grieved me sore.
Whoa, wait.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, what happened?
Yeah, I'm just confused about this drama here with Tobiah and Eliashib. So you're saying, like, while all this was happening, okay, sorry, hold on. I'm going back to the message here. So verse 4, because this is finally some story, and I really want to be sure we understand it. Verse 4 in the message says, sometime before this, so before we kicked out all the foreigners, I guess, sometime before this, Eliashib the priest had been put in charge of the storerooms. He was close to Tobiah and made available to him a large storeroom that had been used to store grain offerings. Yada, yada, yada. So I guess he just kind of was using his influence to just sort of give some extra space to Tobiah. And he was saying, I was gone. I was back with the king while this happened. I had traveled back to the king, but later I asked for his permission to leave again. I arrived in Jerusalem and learned of the wrong that Eliashib had done in turning over to him a room in the courts of the temple of God. I was really, really angry. No, sorry. I was angry. Really angry.
Poetic. So poetic. What a master of words.
I was angry, really angry. Yeah, okay. Got it, man. Good job. Alrighty, here we go. It grieved me sore. That's what they say here.
Yeah, angry, really angry.
Therefore, I cast forth all the household stuff for Tobiah out of the chamber.
Oh, he's having a little rage quit moment, just throwing it out.
Yeah, a freaking temper tantrum here. Then I commanded, and they cleansed the chambers, and there brought I again the vessels of the house of God, with the meal offerings and the frankincense. I perceived that the portions of the Levites had not been given them, so that the Levites and the singers who did the work were fled, everyone to his field.
I could see Viggo Mortensen pulling off this righteous anger.
Oh, he'd be great.
Yeah.
In the message, he's clarifying it's so the Levites and the singers hadn't been given their food allotments, and so they'd all left and gone back home to their farms because they weren't being given food.
Yeah, so they finished their gig at the nice house, and then nothing was happening. So they were like, you know what, we're leaving then. Bye.
Yeah, and they were like, these cookies are not vegan, and you're not giving us a tip, so we're gonna go home.
Right.
So bye-bye.
Yeah, so Eliashib's just really screwed this all up. Just being selfish and not paying his singers. This is a lesson to you. Pay your singers.
Exactly.
Or else Viggo Mortensen will throw all your shit out on the street.
I love that. I really like that. Then contented I with the rulers and said, why is the house of God forsaken? I gathered them together and set them in their place. Then brought all Judah the tithe of the grain and the new wine and the oil to the treasuries. I made treasures over the treasuries. Shelemiah the priest, and Zadok the scribe, and of the Levites, Pedaiah. And next to them was Hanan, the son of Zachar, the son of Mattaniah, for they were counted faithful, and their business was to distribute to their brothers. Remember me, my God, concerning this, and don't wipe out my good deeds that I have done for the house of my God and for the observances of it. In those days saw I in Judah some men treading wine presses on the Sabbath. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. We know what happens. I mean, if the tale of Stick Boy way back in Exodus is any reminder, we do not have a tolerance policy. And that he was just gathering sticks, treading on wine, goodness.
Yeah.
Nehemiah will personally stone them all to death.
Exactly.
Single-handedly.
Yes.
So I saw some men treading wine presses on the Sabbath and bringing in sheaves and lading donkeys therewith.
No.
As also wine, grapes, and figs, and all manner of burdens, which they brought into Jerusalem on the Sabbath day. And I testified against them in the day which they sold food. You know, I just want to say, if I was worried about like accidentally picking something up that might be perceived as me working, like that wouldn't be a day of rest for me because I'd just be worried constantly that I was screwing up the freaking day of rest and it wouldn't be restful at all because I might be struck down at any moment. I just want to put that out there, God.
It's so true. I have had that thought before, especially thinking about modern day, how, all these appliances will have Sabbath mode on it and things like that. Yeah, I think I personally would be so anxious about, if I turn this door handle a little too hard, is that
seriously? Like, God forbid. Like, so ridiculous.
Literally.
Yeah, literally, God forbid. There lived men of Tyre also therein who brought in fish and all manner of wares and sold on the Sabbath to the children of Judah and in Jerusalem. Then I contended with...
Can I... Hold on. I just have a little note, performance note for Vigo here.
Oh, okay.
So, according to the message here, he's kind of helped capture the mood. Mm-hmm. So he spoke up and warned those other people about loading up their donkeys with goods and stuff. And then he says... Tyrians living there brought in fish and whatever else, selling it to the Judeans, and then italics, in Jerusalem, mind you, on the Sabbath. So this is like, can you believe it? Not just doing it, but in Jerusalem of all places.
In Jerusalem. Uh-oh. Then I contended with the nobles of Judah and said to them, what evil thing is this that you do and profane the Sabbath day? Didn't your fathers do thus? And did not our God bring all this evil on us and on this city? Yet you bring more wrath on Israel by profaning the Sabbath.
Yep.
It's funny because historically, I feel like Yahweh's never really complained about them profaning the Sabbath. His number one complaint has always been, you married other people and you worshipped other gods.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah. They have to find something for Yahweh to be angry about.
I think there've been a couple complaints about the Sabbath, I think, from Yahweh.
Well, people have died, but yeah.
Yes.
It came to pass that when the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark before the Sabbath, I commanded that the doors should be shut and commanded that they should not be opened until after the Sabbath. And some of my servants set eye over the gates that there should be no burden be brought in on the Sabbath day. So the merchants and sellers of all kind of wares lodged outside of Jerusalem once or twice.
I see. Okay, so he shuts the gate so that we just can't even do any commerce at all. And so these merchants who came from like days away are like, dang it, I guess I'm camping here tonight.
Yeah, they've got to wait until tomorrow. Then I testified against them and said to them, why lodge you about the wall?
Oh, dang it, they can't even camp. Gosh.
Oh, wow.
No loitering.
Yeah, exactly. If you do so again, I will lay hands on you. Jeez.
Gosh, Vigo.
Did you see A History of Violence?
I didn't because I was immediately turned off by the title. I was like, I don't need to see that, but I'm sure he was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a objectively, it's a good film, but it's really hard to watch. But, he's Vigo and he's hot, and it was a good film, but...
I'm getting such mixed reviews.
This kind of reminds me of him in that film. Like, I feel like he would have more of that air about him.
Okay.
Then I testified against them and said to them, why lodge you about the wall? If you do so again, I will lay hands on you. From that time forth came they no more on the Sabbath. I commanded the Levites that they should purify themselves and that they should come and keep the gates to sanctify the Sabbath day. Remember to me, my God, this also, and spare me according to the greatness of your loving kindness. In those days also saw I the Jews who had married women of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab.
Oh, no. Oh, here it is. Oh, this is the worst of all.
And their children spoke half in the speech of Ashdod and could not speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people.
He's so mad.
Whoa.
Oh, boy.
I contended with them and cursed them and struck certain of them and plucked off their hair and made them swear by God, saying, you shall not give your daughters to their sons, nor take their daughters for your sons or for yourselves.
Okay. I do think
pretty rough.
We started out Aragorn, and we've ended up History of Violence.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
That's the character arc for Nehemiah.
Yeah, I think he's devolved a bit.
Right.
Yeah.
I like the way that the message phrases this, though. He says, So I took those men to task, gave them a piece of my mind,
Oh my God.
even slapped
Eugene.
some of them.
Slapped?
Wow, Eugene.
And jerked them by the hair.
Jerked him?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Jerked them by the hair, too. Yeah.
Did a couple slaps. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king like him, and he was beloved of his God, and God made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him did foreign women cause to sin. Not sin.
It was their fault, though, for sure.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, definitely their fault. Yeah.
Shall we then listen to you to do all this great evil, to trespass against our God and marrying foreign women? Always the foreign women's fault.
Yeah. You just cannot let it go.
One of the sons of Joiada, the son of Eliashib, the high priest, was son-in-law to Sanballat, the Horonite. Therefore, I chased him from me.
Wait, hold on. Left turn.
Wait, therefore I chased him from me? Okay.
Son-in-law to Sanballat. Oh, he doesn't, right. We don't like Sanballat. We don't like Sanballat. He was a jerk.
Okay.
And so as soon as he finds out that he's son-in-law to Sanballat, he just chases him right out of town.
Jeez.
Kicked him right out. He saw me slap those other guys, so he just ran.
Yeah, exactly. Remember them, my God, because they have defiled the priesthood and the covenant of the priesthood and of the Levites. Thus cleansed I them from all foreigners and appointed charges for the priests and for the Levites, everyone in his work, and for the wood offering at times appointed, and for the first fruits. Remember me, my God, for good.
That's it?
Okay, that's
Oh my God.
Whatever.
Wow.
I had such high hopes for this book.
Dedeker,
For the story that we
Yeah.
were building here and the wall we were building.
I think you need to take Jace's approach and always just expect that every book is not going to be the greatest, and then maybe be pleasantly surprised.
Okay, so bring
Yeah,
expectations
don't build it
even
up.
lower than they already are. Even
Yeah,
lower. At
lower
some
them-
point, like
lower
I'm
them
digging a
even
hole straight to
more.
China at this point, honestly. Like if
Yeah.
I keep
Well, I'm in China.
trying to bring my expectations through the earth.
Dedeker, you're in Japan. It's not even, it's very close
That's
to
true.
China.
Okay, fine.
It would be a very shallow hole. from
Yeah.
here straight
Bring
to
all the way
China.
through to the East Coast or whatever it is.
Right.
Middle of the Atlantic
Yeah.
Ocean. Who knows?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well,
Nehemiah, folks. There
Okay.
it is.
that happened.
Nehemiah, there he was.
Mhm.
He came and went. I mean, I do think our casting was spot on. I do think that we at
Yes.
least nailed it with that. And
Yeah,
I think he
it's
might
good
save
casting.
this particular series from, from bad ratings.
Mm-hmm.
This is, yeah, we need to do good casting every time for sure. Because if not,
Yeah,
we're kind of
yeah.
screwed.
We're working
So-
on it. We hit the bullseye sometimes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely.
Well, are you ready for some wisdom?
Yes,
Yes, please.
always.
I'm keeping track of all of the little pearls of wisdom
Oh,
we've
lovely.
gathered so
good.
far.
Yes.
How sweet.
yes.
Yeah.
Now gather round for some wisdom from the book of Proverbs. Proverbs 3. My son, don't forget my teaching, but let your heart keep my commandments, for they will add to you length of days, years of life, and peace. Don't let kindness and truth forsake you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart.
Oh,
So you will find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. Trust in Yahweh with all your heart, and don't lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. Don't be wise in your own eyes. Fear Yahweh and depart from evil. It will be healthy to your body and nourishment to your bones, which are somehow distinct from your body.
very different.
Honor Yahweh with your substance, with the first fruits of all your increase. So your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will overflow with new wine. My son, don't despise Yahweh's discipline, neither be weary of his correction. For whom Yahweh loves, he corrects, even as a father reproves the son in whom he delights.
Boy, that brought me back to Christian school because definitely had to memorize.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Oh, you know that one?
That's a real popular one.
Oh.
Real popular one. Specifically, the sentiment of just like, don't lean on your own understanding. Do not trust your own brain.
Got it. Yeah.
That's kind of a cornerstone of a lot of Christian faith, I think.
Exactly. I was like, that seems like something that they'd want to tell you and you to understand. Yeah. Like, don't think for yourself. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah. So how would we condense this, the piece of wisdom here? And to give you some context.
Don't think for yourself.
So it's so funny because it's all don'ts so far. We got don't follow vampires, don't be stupid, don't fall in love, or don't fall in with strange women / shifty ladies. And I think don't think for yourself is, that's it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that's perfect.
It's interesting that it's all been negative so far.
Well.
Yeah. So I think don't think is maybe it.
Just don't think. Just don't even.
Don't think. Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah. No, I love it.
I mean, hopefully next week we'll get a proverb that's about doing something instead of not doing something.
I like that. Yeah. That's a nice idea, but I'm not going to hold my breath. All right. We have a quiz to do after this. So stick around if you're on the live stream. If not, then you'll get this in a couple days on that episode. So here we go. You want to play us out? All right. Thank you for joining us for Bible study today. If you want to join the audience in our live stream shows, follow us on Twitch at Drunk Bible Study or go to drunkbiblestudy.com/live. If you want even more Drunk Bible Study, including early releases, cocktail recipes, personal toasts on the show, and more, become one of our patrons at patreon.com/drunkbiblestudy. If you enjoy the show, take a moment to subscribe and write us a nice review on iTunes, letting other people know what you like about it. You can also join fellow listeners in the Drunk Bible Study Fans and Fellowship Facebook group or on our Discord server, discord.drunkbiblestudy.com. Find us on Twitter at Drunk Bible Cast, on Instagram at Drunk Bible Study, or send us an email to info@drunkbiblestudy.com. Drunk Bible Study is created and produced by Jason Lindgren, Dedeker Winston, and me, Emily Matlack. Our theme song is Book Club by Josh and Anand from the album Home of the. For more information, visit us at drunkbiblestudy.com.
I made a memory about your dad. He's in a book club. Whoa. He's got a history of skimming past all the pages of ageless confessional.